Hey, what's up, guys? Node Investor here. Want to bring a quick update on Bitcoin. It's the only chart I'm going to cover today. I will mention some of the other alts that I'm watching by name, but just going to examine the BTC chart here. We have seen 3 days of selling. We are just rolled over into the fourth daily candle, and in the crypto space, 3 days feels like a really long time. I know that the pullback has people concerned. Maybe we're going into another bear trend. And so I want to examine the different levels that I'm watching, take a little bit of an objective approach, just doing some quick TA on this. So let's take a quick look at the charts. Here's the 4-hour chart of BTC on Bitstamp. And you can see we've had that typical stair-step pattern. We get these little bit of a bull flag rallies or bear flag rallies into that 10 EMA. Another leg down. Yesterday we saw a similar pattern right into that 10 EMA. And every time we do that, the prior support becomes the new resistance level. And so here today, we're bouncing right into that 92.50 zone. That was the wall. We rolled over again and we retested that 9K level. Yesterday, the resistance to be watching was at 94.50 mark. And that was the place we rolled over. So we've just been stair-stepping our way lower. It's basically the exact opposite of what you see on the move higher, where you pull back into a moving average, hold and go higher. Now we're bouncing into the moving average, and you can see we're in a little bit of a parallel channel on the way down here. So what I'm watching is ultimately a break out of this little channel that it's been in. That'll correspond with a break out of that or above that 10 EMA on the 4-hour chart. Also, the RSI on the 4-hour chart is now nearing oversold conditions. So I'm going to start looking for those entries. The first support level that I was watching was that psychological 9K area. And we've basically touched that level twice today. We saw that first pullback early today. We bounced right up to the moving average. Here we are pulling back just a few hours ago and undercut 9K slightly. And we're starting to bounce here a little bit. So that's the first level below 9K. I mentioned that 8,800 to 8,700 zone was really the kind of the must-hold level that I'm watching. And so that little box there is really the buy zone for me. This little area down around 9K, up down to about $8,800. Another way to look at it also is if you go to the daily chart and we do a fib analysis just on the entire move that we've seen from the $6,600 low up into the most recent high, and we do a pullback on that, you can see that the 382 level, the first key fib retracement level, lines up pretty well with that $8,800 mark. So we could pause here at 9K, but even if we continue lower, that's really the first level that I'm going to be watching. That's going to be kind of the first strong support level that I'm looking for. So anywhere between here and there really is kind of the buy zone for me now. I'm going to start looking to scale in, especially with the 1-hour and the 4-hour RSI level starting to hit some oversold conditions. Now, could it just be a bounce? It could, and we could just rally for a day or two and then start to sell off again, but we'll take it one day at a time. So for now, I'm just looking at that as a potential entry point. Here on the 4-hour, you're seeing a little bit of a green show up. It's a little bit of a oversold bounce, but the first test is going to be, can we get back above 9,200 and then ultimately 92.50. So that's going to be the new test to look at on the way up. I know it feels like we've been in this pullback for a long time. We were seeing some strong names try to rally today, try to break out, and we saw them roll over pretty quickly here just in the last couple of hours. One of the stronger names out there today was Icon, broke out of a nice little resistance area today, but pulled right back in with some pretty good volume. EOS was holding up pretty well. We did see some new high attempts in ZIL and some of the other names. IOTA was really strong earlier until the selling showed up and started to roll over as well. So there are certainly some attempts at several of the altcoin names trying to rally here, but ultimately, if the selling in BTC continues, that's going to put some headwinds into this market. So for now, that's the one to watch, but it feels like we're getting near a little bit of a seller exhaustion period here at least. So could we see a little bit of a spike down lower? We probably could. I'm looking for a bounce here short term, and then we'll go from there. But ultimately, the next day or two, that's going to really be the level to watch. This zone between 9K down to around 8,800, maybe a tad bit lower, but that's really going to be it. And I'm looking for a bounce at least from those levels. So that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow, so look out for that. And remember to hit that like button. And thanks for subscribing. Until next time, take care, everyone.